Okay, guys, how you guys doing? Welcome to our broadcast today. It's been quite a long time that I broadcast from the studio, but today is a very special day for me, and so I had to do everything humanly possible to make sure that I do this broadcast. Thank you so much for all of those of you who are joining us for the first time, and if you're joining us for the first time, do me a favor and subscribe and help us spread our message because YouTube, I don't know what's going on. They just kept on clamping down on notifications on our channel. So you won't get a notification if you don't subscribe and click the notification bell. All right. For those of you old time die-hard subscribers, I want to thank you for your faithfulness, for your loyalty, for your advice, and every other thing that you do to help us grow in our efforts to sensitize the public. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate all of you. Also, I want to appreciate all of you for wishing me happy birthday all over the place, and especially to our convener and the leader of our movement, Omoyele Shore, for the big shout out he did on Facebook. That meant a lot to me. And for every other comrade out there, I want to thank you. For my Biafran brothers and sisters, my Oduduwa brothers and sisters, and every other Nigerian who believes in freedom and justice. I really want to appreciate you for the work that you do and for remaining faithful to the struggle. Yes, I wanted to talk to my fellow comrades. Tomorrow is October 1st. A lot of people will will ironically be celebrating Nigeria's independence, but you ask yourself, independence from what? What are you celebrating independence from? I hate to be a sycophant. I told them here in Toronto that, hey, I I support the present president of the Nigerian Canadian Association and a person of OJ Robo, but I will not be celebrating Nigeria's independence. Why would I be celebrating Nigeria's independence? Independence from what? We are not independent from anything. If anything, we have become more enslaved by the very people who enslaved us a long time ago. I'm telling you, they are still the key players in what is going on in Nigeria. They are still the ones who are aiding and abetting the corruption that is going on in Nigeria. They are still the ones who turn an eye the other way while things go wrong in Nigeria. But you know what? You really can't blame them because everybody has their own problems. So I've been cured of trying to blame somebody else for the problems that are going on in Nigeria. Why? Because now, in the past, we may not have understood what the problem was, but now we know exactly what our problems are. We know the people who are causing the problems. We know the people who support those that are causing the problem in Nigeria. Because when a politician steals money here, he takes it overseas. And even though those governments know that this money is stolen money, they still lodge these monies in accounts overseas. And the governments don't do anything about it. So it is time, I no longer look up to them. We have to look inward and take care of our problems. That is what we're doing. Now, for everyone in Nigeria right now, the options are very, very plenty now of how you can express yourself. We in the Revolution Now movement, we've opted that we must continue protesting. Yes, there is dangers. Yes, there are killings. Yes, there's arrest and torture and all kinds of things against protesters. But you know what? If you talk, you die. If you no talk, you die. Kukuma talk and die. That is the principle that governs us, and that is the principle that has to govern what goes on in Nigeria because their enemies, the people that are lording it over us, they have one target, they have one aim, and that is to intimidate us. They have one assignment, one objective to get us to a point where we stop protesting? How can you accept when someone says that you can never protest? Do you know what it means to beat a child and tell the child that they cannot cry? No, that's not possible. But for any other person, like the IPOB has called for a sit down protest, fine. That is an option. That is a way of civil disobedience where you say, okay, you know what? Today, instead of going out to the march past, instead of going out to all kinds of civic activities that are usually organized to mark the October 1st celebrations, we're not going to, in fact, we're not going to school. We're not going to the field. We're just going to sit down at home as a way of showing you that we are not participating in your activities. If an important person, a VIP, is coming, we're not going to go and receive that person. That is what they're doing with their sit at home protest. But we also, in the revolutionary movement, we are saying no, that the government is not leading well, that the government is allowing insecurity to rule the day in Nigeria. And so we say, no, we don't agree. We need to come out and show our anger. And we're trying to say that we, the people, are the ones who own the power. Power belongs to the people. And you must not use that power that we gave to you to now turn around and begin to kill us. So we are a resistance. We are the ones protesting and saying, no, 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 this can't happen. It cannot happen like this. You must come to a point where you respect the right of citizens. They are the ones that own the country. They are the ones that own the government. They are the ones that own the resources. You cannot take resources away from them. You cannot steal their money, and yet you come around and you tell them they cannot protest. So we are saying no to that. And let me tell every young Nigerian who thinks that that things will suddenly change. Let me tell you, I was writing down some things. If you think that violence is going to stop in Nigeria, if you think that violence is going to stop in Nigeria, you see all the killings that are going on right now. If you think you just wake up one day and it will stop, look again. Just look again. You are deceiving yourself. You are going to see more and more violence. Kidnapping has increased. It will continue to increase. Banditry has increased. Do you know how many Nigerian soldiers are killed every day? Nigerian army does not even report it. What you're seeing is actually, you see, the stress level on all of these Nigerian army people. Their stress level is so high, and they take it out on civilians, and that is not good. But if you think that the violence that is causing them, that stress level is going to stop, think again. That violence is going to overwhelm the nation. Nobody is going to be safe out of the violence that is, because you know what? We created a monster. Somebody was talking about the streets. I said, yes, the street is getting more and more the street is getting more and more ferocious than it used to be. And so people must get ready. They must get ready to deal with they must get ready to deal with the monster that they created. That is what's going to happen. So what I'm trying to say is that if you think violence will stop, it will not stop. There'll be more armed robbery, there'll be more kidnapping, there'll be all kinds of violence, because the security apparatus has failed. It has failed completely. If you think that politicians will back down, politicians are not going to back down. They will not back down. Politicians will continuously mess up the atmosphere. Let me tell you what's happening. The major issue that you're seeing happening in Nigeria is happening because politicians, the politicians are the ones that are in the background making all these things happen just for their own selfish ambition. They want to create an environment that makes it possible for them to be the ones that you run to. When I ran for election, do you know what they did? They deliberately, I'm telling you this, I was shocked. They deliberately did not want to embark on any program that empowered youth. They deliberately avoided any program that empowered youth. So what happened was youth did not have jobs. They could see, can you imagine the wickedness? They could see that youth do not have jobs. Why don't you establish industries? Where there was food, why don't you establish food processing industries? You didn't do that. They didn't do small scale industries here and there that would take the youth off the street. They didn't do that. They kept the youth begging, beggarly until during election. Then they turned them into thugs and they were giving them all this small money. They give you a t-shirt, give you a cap, they make you a thug, and everybody was busy. Everybody, they make you, the one that was reigning was PA. They make you PA of this, special assistance of that, SA, PA, all those kind of things. And the youths were happy. I was telling them, listen, after election, you not see these people. They said, no, I have this person's number, I have that person's number. After election, call that number now. It was a number that was specifically activated for election. Now, after election, they threw that number away. So the politicians will not stop. You must wake up. Haven't you noticed that there are two tribes? We keep telling you there are two tribes. The tribe of the oppressed and the tribe of the oppressors. The thing that binds these people together is not religion, no. It's not tribe, no way. Have you seen any of their children getting married? They all come together, come to those weddings, come to those marriage ceremonies. You see the people that you thought were enemies, the people that made you kill another person during an election, you come and see all of them laughing together. They actually intermarry each other. They don't come down to your level to marry. Their children don't school where you school. Their children school abroad and so many other things. So they will continue to mess the system. They will look at the kind of assassinations that are going on back in the East right now. You know that they are politically motivated, but they are trying to use it to cause confusion. They know that IPOB does not want elections in the Southeast. So what would they do? They now try to make them look bad in the eyes of the people. So they try to make every killing to be attributed to IPOB. Even a baby could see through that their plan. It doesn't make sense. So politicians will continue to be politicians. They're not going to back down. I'm telling you this so that you open your eyes and realize the need for you to support every kind of opposition to the October 1st celebration that will be happening tomorrow. Now, if you think that borrowing will stop, that the government will stop borrowing, the government will not stop borrowing. Did you hear they wanted to follow, is it how many billion naira the other day? And before you know it, it will be approved. And that loan will be on your head to pay generations and generations to come. And they will not stop borrowing. So the quicker we wake up to realize, oh my God, these guys have dug us into a very deep hole, the better for all of us. You see, one of the reasons why you must continue to protest, however which way you feel comfortable about it. Like I told you, today there's protesting on the street. Today there's sit-at-home protest. Today there's protest online. Anyone that your strength can carry. But make sure that you let them hear your voice loud and clear. Now, if you think that blackmailing is gonna stop, blackmailing will not stop at all. They will and guess the people that blackmail, they blackmail with the youth. Yes, I turned 52 years today, and people are still thinking, Chidi, you think you're a youth? Yes, so I am a youth. The youth in Nigeria, in other places, the youth will be like, let's say, 20 to or even 19 to about 35 years or so in some other countries. But in Nigeria, we have arrested development. Youth in Nigeria start from around, let's say, 25 to 65. And you're saying, Chidi, what do you mean? Yes, because at less than 25 years, people are still in their homes, depending on their parents, no job. I'm telling you the truth. And at 35, some people have not even gotten any job at all. They've not been called for any job interview. When they apply for a job, a position that is meant for 5 people, you get 3,000 applications. How would they ever make it? And by the time the job offer, in fact, before they start publishing that job offer, they already filled in those positions with the men, with the kids of all the big men that are in politics and other areas that do not have anything to do with you. Do you understand? So these people will continue to blackmail youth. When you want to protest, they say, "Oh, you people are violent people." When you're in IPOB, they say you're a terrorist. They always find something to make you someone say 30 years. Okay. I'm telling you, anything you do, they find. Look at NSAS. NSAS protest. They came and poured hoodlums into it. That's why when people talk about what's happening in the East, I laugh. I say, don't you people understand how the government works? If you don't know how the government works, look at NSAS. NSAS, they will go and infiltrate you with hoodlums, with thugs. And so, as my fellow comrades go out tomorrow, I want you to know that you guys are our last option. What you're doing on our behalf, I don't even know how to talk about it. I only wish that I could give as much support as is expected of me. But as God gives me the energy, as God gives me the strength, I'll continue to do my best. But honestly speaking, you guys need all the support that you can get. You guys need all the encouragement that you can get. Because right after they release you from one police cell, you still go out again and they arrest you. And you still go out again and they arrest you. Just keep doing this thing over and over again. It's only God that will take care of you guys for me. Now, if you think that distraction will stop, distraction will not stop, How do we get distracted? I'll tell you how we get distracted. We get distracted from the government selling a story out there that is not the real story. All of a sudden, you keep hearing about attacks happening here and there. They keep focusing on things that are happening, in small pockets. They highlight it, they make it look big. Meanwhile, the main story is the story of terrorist action. Nigerian soldiers being killed, a whole local government, a whole state run over by Boko Haram. Boko Haram is actually, they've established their government. They are right now inside Nigeria, they are inside Nigeria. Thank you so much, Wiley, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to get a lot of meat from Madame. But honestly, today my heart goes to our comrades who are going to be at the barricades tomorrow. Honestly speaking, we must not lose the fact that the government will not stop distracting our attention. They like to highlight things. Meanwhile, they don't want to focus on the real situation that they have at hand. They busy themselves chasing IPOB, chasing ESN, blackmailing them, branding. If one small thing happens, they blow it out of proportion. But their real issue, their real problem, they do not want to talk about it. They just gloss over it. Upon all the killings that has been going, you will not hear the president say any word. I feel so bad at the killing of Dr. Akunyele, because the wife did us a lot of pride. She was a fighter. She has so many achievements to her credit. Even when Goodluck Jonathan, I talked about this yesterday. Even when Goodluck Jonathan was prevented from handling the government as the vice president when Yaradua was already dead. Akunyele was the only outspoken minister who said, look, Jonathan should be allowed to take over. And that's when it was also Omoyele Sowore that fought hard for Jonathan to take over. And I was saying yesterday that people tend to forget that fact. And all they remember is that, oh, Sowore, you worked against Jonathan. Sowore worked against every president that was not performing well. You can make excuses for Jonathan all you like, but Jonathan at the time confessed that he was not in charge, that Boko Haram was sitting on the security briefing that he was chairing. And so he didn't know who was who. Honestly speaking. Having said all this, these are just few reasons why you must make sure that you support every action that will be going on tomorrow to make sure that this government does not just sit down and think that everything is okay, think that it's business as usual. No, it's not business as usual. People are dying every day. People are dying every day. And the government does not act like they care. And when you know that you're not able to lead a nation, when you know that you're not able to provide basic security, which is your number one priority, then the thing for you to do is to step down. That's why we insist that Buhari must go. I don't care if it is 1 month to the end of his tenure. He needs to go. Because with every single day that Buhari stays, look at what is happening. Look at the kind of things that are on the increase. Our economy is spiraling downward. But every other thing, violence is going up, armed robbery is going up, crime is going up, killings are going up, kidnappings is going up. But every other positive thing is coming down. Do you want to allow one man to finish you up before you react? No, that's not good. So to all my comrades who are going to be there in the barricades, you are doing the right thing. I know there's going to be arrest. I know that there's going to be intimidation. But see, in life, when you're doing what you are called to do, when you're doing what your conscience tells you is the right thing to do, you really don't care so much about what happens, because every time you are making an effort to do good, there will be resistance. Always show me one time you were doing something good and you didn't face any obstacle, you didn't face any resistance. I'll tell you, go and check that thing you're doing. Because the forces of evil will come against any good that you're trying to do. But guys, your good will be rewarded in due season. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of my forefathers, the God of my father and mother, the God of my wife, my brothers and sisters will protect you. They will shield you from any harm, because what you're doing is a spiritual job. Anybody who is fighting for justice, anybody who is fighting for his fellow man, is a very spiritual human being. I'm telling you. And God, who sees in spirit, will reward you guys in measures that you don't know about. All right, please. I think I went to to the the GoFundMe the other day, and I found out that I think somebody had dropped money there. Let me go back to that GoFundMe and just thank whoever it is that dropped money for for hold on, drop money for activists who are out there in the front line. I think there was $100 that I'm gonna send through to them. So let me see what happened. It's been a long time anybody donated anything. It says Cyril, Ebinu, and Moyin Bankole have donated to you. Okay, so I can see them. The last one was 3 months ago. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you, because you know we like to do these things open. Where Where can I get this now? Okay. So it's good that you guys see this. It's good you see what I'm saying. So you can see that the last donation that we got there was Abimbola Abiodun, who donated $50 3 months ago. So the recent one is Moin Bankole Chapara, who donated $25, and Cyril Ibinum, who donated $100. So about $125. And if you subtract the fee they charge, whatever is remaining, I'm gonna send it down to them. Actually, let me say thank you to this person. I'm gonna say um, thanks for your support to the comrades in Nigeria. Okay, and this is going to Moyin Bankole Shakra. Okay, and then to Cyril. Yeah, thank God I didn't have to go away to do this. Okay, so those are the people that donated, and we are so grateful to them. I just thank them. Please, anytime you feel like you want to support what is going on in Nigeria, please go to this. In fact, let me post the link in the comment box. We are all in the diaspora. Things are a little bit different for us, but people way back in Nigeria, it's not easy for them. Nigeria is the worst place to be an activist. And so if there's any way we can support the people who are on ground, nothing is too small. I've posted this link. You can use this link to see them. You can use that link to reach out to them. Okay, I posted it in the comment section. So if you click on that link, it takes you to GoFundMe, and you can donate money if you are moved to do so. Okay, on that note, I really want to come to the end of my broadcast, and once again thank everybody who is out there on the ground doing whatever you can to keep the fire burning, doing it on behalf of all your brothers and sisters all over the world so that we can have a place we call home in the future, not allowing the bloodsuckers and the wicked men and women who are bent on destroying this land to have their way. From all of us in the Toronto studios of Worship Media, on behalf of Dr. Erica, my name is Dr. Chidi. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. And bye bye.